Hey guys, XRMeric here, and today I'm back with a brand new video. I know I'm a little late. I've been all over the place. I got some more videos coming, some stuff that I recorded a little while ago that I just never got out. So stay tuned for that. But I've got my CardsHQ top 16 deck list here. Um, Obviously the ban list just came out, but I'm gonna give you a little deck list and a little kind of breakdown of how I did and how the event was. So just getting right into the deck list. Um, I was basically playing Lunar Aggro or Fives, Tempo Pile, whatever you want to call it. So the deck list is not super complicated. We're going to start out with the 3 Werepup, searching the Full Moon, and going into the Like a Void Champ. Pretty standard stuff, especially for Tempo Pile. I think this package is great, and to support it, I played 3 Nabi and a Doppelganger. Now, this, I think I was the only person in top 16 to take this, and this was crazy. This was actually insane. One of the best cards in my deck was Nabi, and the reason why was because the version that I was playing before this was using Soylent Champs to go into Chrysor. And while that did well, it just never felt like it did enough. This felt like it did way more. Being able to put this onto the field, it always required a response because landing into Doppelganger just was so detrimental to a lot of decks, except for the ones that I had to face in some of my rounds, but I won't get into that right now. And then I played 2 Spec. And so the reason why I was playing these as well was because I think people were playing the Werepup stuff less. Not non-existent, but a lot less than previously. And that's kind of what I expected. I expected people to go more towards Fire Effect and Wind Aggro, especially. And so I was able to shave off Specteros and kind of go for this Nabi line, which did amazing. From there, we got the 3 Rabbits, obviously. We got the 3 Galaxy, obviously. And we got the 2 Viscerus and 1 Bad Viscerus, as I call it. So this was the entire Alestral's lineup. Obviously, there's the Lunar Phase Full Moon, but yeah, so I'm on, what is this, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 guys, 17 if you cut those 2. So, I mean, overall, it was pretty good. Galaxy Champ did amazing, as always. There was a lot of times where I just didn't even cast Rabbit. I just would sit there with like 2 rabbits in my hand until late game, where then I was like, I can just dump these for a little bit. And then Viscerus, if I saw good Viscerus, it was good. If I saw bad Viscerus, it was fine. There were many games where I summoned this just water enchanted, and they were just kind of sitting at it like, well, the tsunami in my back row just doesn't do anything. So I kept drawing it, which was unfortunate, but overall, very, very good card. It's the 3rd Viscerus that gets you. You know how it is. So that's it for the Alestral lineup. Moving on, we've got 3 Ambro, 3 Gorgon's Gaze. Let me put the pretty one on top there. Look at that. We got Triple Shield. And then we've only got 2 PTA. PTA feels super weak, personally, but the 2 PTA, 2 Altar of Stars. If there's any card in my deck that I would get rid of, it would be this one. It felt dead a lot of times. There were some times where it won me the game instantly, and other times where it felt dead. So, very, very hit or miss, but I do enjoy the card when it works. There's a lot of cool plays that you can do with it. But if I were to change this out, I would have changed it out for maybe another full moon, and the reason why is because um, with Nabi, full mooning onto Nabi was something that I did two, I think, times, and it won me the game instantly. They attack and you full moon, and then it's just you get Doppelganger on the field. Um, so yeah, if I had to replace this, I would replace this with some other stuff. But then we got the 2 Tsunami, and this is all of our counter runes. I mean, Ambrose not, but that's what, 6, 12 counter runes, very standard amount. And then lastly, we got 2 Cryoblast, 2 Zeus, 1 Earthquake, and that's the 40 card list. Cryo was useful in a lot of matchups. One thing you might be noticing is that there's no Hurricane. Hurricane was in the Sorlit Crysaur variant, but I found it not particularly good. I mean, Hurricane obviously is a crazy card, but Hurricane is crazy when you're pushing a lot on one turn. And while this deck can do that, it didn't feel necessary, especially when a lot of what I'm doing is, summoning Galaxy, summoning Vis, just every turn, right? That is the main goal. Summoning Nabi, right? Summoning Spec every single turn. That's the goal. And just whittling down their back row that way. And at that point, Hurricane just does not feel useful. Obviously, if they just keep setting like 2 or 3 every turn, it's pretty hard. But other than that, I didn't find it particularly useful. You will see it in my side, but I did not sign into it any games. I did not find it useful, and part of the reason was because pretty much everyone was playing around it. That was, I mean, and they should have, right? Because everyone was on it. For my Spirit deck, I was on 7 Lunar, 4 Thunder, 4 Water, 4 Earth, and 1 Frost. The Lunar, I mean, like the 1 Frost is for the Cryoblast. The Lunar was a good amount just to be able to pay for the different packages. If I was correctly enchanting Full Moon, it became a little bit more costly, but and this ran out a little bit quicker. But other than that, this did fine. And then these may seem like a little bit much sometimes, but then there were other games where I would draw like Rabbit plus Zeus, and I needed all 4 of these, right? So it would just depend on the game. So while these 2 seem kind of weird in their amounts, they ended up mattering at certain points. I probably could have cut maybe 1 water, but I enjoyed summoning with just a water under something sometimes, or sending like a void with a water. If like I had already gone through like a Werepup or it got shielded, I just summoned it on top of another one. Now it's water enchanted. So using the waters that way was very helpful, even though it kind of seems weird spirit math wise. Alright, and then moving on to the side deck, we got 2 Pandora's Box, 2 Eddie, 2 Argo with Lyre and Necklace, the 3rd PTA, 2 Boombats, 2 Hurricane, and then the Solar for the Lyre, and then the Lycaris for the Hurricane. Once again, Hurricane I never put in the deck. I didn't want to. It never came up. Pandora's Box I cited in quite a lot. Kind of a GOAT card. It was able to stop quite a bit of stuff. Eddie I cited in once or twice, just when I felt it more relevant. But the main all-star here was Argo. Citing that in like a game 2 or game 3 when they're not expecting it, or if I'm going against Fire Artifact, it feels really strong. This deck cooks Fire Artifact really, really easily. Um, and that was very apparent in, I think, my round 2 was against Johnny, who's from here in the ATL. Woo, and then my round 6, I think, was also against Fire Artifact. And those I both won 2-0. Once again, just the main deck is completely teched out to beat Fire Artifact with the Nobbies, the Cryoblasts, all of those cards completely just fuck over Fire Artifact. So yeah, that's the deck. I felt pretty confident in it. It was kind of, I wouldn't say last minute, but it was kind of like last week, or like the week before the event, where I was kind of like, maybe I should put in the Nobbies, because I don't feel like these Sorlets feel very strong just being alone by themselves. It wasn't OG Sorlet plus Sorlet Champ, it was just Sorlet Champ plus Chrysor, so I think that throwing in the Nobbies was a good addition. So other than that, the event was phenomenal. I had a great time hanging out with everyone. I made top 16, which I was very, very excited about. Let's see, do I have the... I got it right here. My CardsHQ stamped top 16. Got the little... No, that's upside down. It's got the top 16 stamp down here, and then the CardsHQ logo. I'm very, very happy to get one of these, as well as the qualifier points for Worlds. I'm really aiming to get to Worlds, so just trying to keep getting there. I've got 70 points so far. I know if I keep grinding, I'll be able to get there. Unfortunately, this deck is dead after the... Well, not dead, but this section of it is dead after the new ban list. I could probably just replace this with old Leica, and it probably still do as well. But it really just depends on testing and all of that, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know how good old Leica will feel in Firestorm format, because it hasn't been played at all in this format. But yeah, that was the deck. Trying to think of my matchups that day. I had some weird matchups. I think I would have done better if I had gotten better matchups, which is kind of, maybe a John a little bit. But round 1, I played against Majesty Champ, which was I won against that. A little scary, but because they summoned Majesty Champ plus Globby, and I was like, ugh, but I had the outs for it, which was very, very nice. Round 2 was against Fire Artifact. Round 3 was against Ash, who made top 8, and they were on the Pantera Pigs list. They kind of cooked me. They cooked me at the last CardsHQ big tournament. Great player. So it was fun getting to play against them again. But yeah, Pigs. Pigs were pigs. I got outed by that. The Pantera stuff never landed. I always was able to out it, but the pigs made their way in. Round 4 was against Chronodile Majesty, which was a whole pile, and I lost to that, and I was very upset because losing round 3 and round 4 back to back was just kind of hard, because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get top 16 anymore, all that, but especially like losing to Chronodile. The hard part was they summoned it one game with Trident Poseidon, and I just had to like scoop, because I had nothing that I could do against it. But the other part was that it's an 8/14, and so like, and it's solar enchanted, so like any sort of like thing I had with Nabi just wouldn't work because it's solar. So it was just one of those things. It's like, this is just really unfortunate that I just can't out this. I can't earthquake it because it's got so many spirits on board, and it came down and very quickly, and I just was like, oh well, I don't have a way to deal with this right now. So, um, and then, you know, the next round, round 5, was also against Chronodile, which is ridiculous. And you can ask anyone at that event, I was steaming. I was so mad that I had to face Chronodile 2 rounds in a row. It's funny because I went up to my opponent, like, round 5, we just sat down, and he's like, how's your tournament going? I'm like, it's going good. Lost last round of Chronodile. That deck was super annoying. I really hope you're not on Chronodile. And then he starts like expending waters and like, god damn it, this guy's on Chronodile. But I won that one, and then I proceeded to win against Fire Artifacts round 6. I think it was Fire Artifact. Can't really remember. And then round 7 was against Pepper TCG, and they were on Winjin Pigs. And they just kind of got unlucky. I just kept having the outs to everything that they had. They didn't have a Hurricane. And so I was stopping their play every turn while just summoning a guy. And so it just happens, especially with this deck. Sometimes if you don't deal with the threat immediately, or don't have a way to deal with the threat, you just kind of get destroyed, which is, the point. But yeah, I had a wonderful time. I got 16th place, so just making it into that top 16. So yeah, I look forward to doing well at future events, and I'm gonna keep grinding and working on decks and working on my lists and try and get up there. So I will see everyone at Worlds, and I'll see everyone at Kissimmee. I bought my ticket. I'm still planning on how to actually get there, but I bought my ticket, so I look forward to Kissimmee. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, look forward to new videos coming out. Peace.